basically, the Doe Network is a website that we have put together. We're trying to be an advocate for the dead, so to speak. Missing persons families do have people that represent them. They have their family members that are constantly reminding law enforcement that there is somebody that they love that is missing and something needs to be done. But often a Doe case, particularly an older case, can be forgot about. So we try to bring these back out of the cold case files and back into the public spotlight. And usually law enforcement's pretty happy to have some help doing that. Not always, but for the most part, it's another option where it has fallen back into a cold case, and they're happy to have an opportunity to, to have a valid effort to bring it back out. Okay, we gather our information for the website basically through media. A lot of times the older media files, archive footage at libraries. Sometimes law enforcement will do a retroactive website where they'll put basic information on a state-based website or a local county website where we hear about a John or Jane Doe case. If we hear about it in the news media, we might make contact with law enforcement and ask them about it. And often they might not even know about it. On our website, we have a chronological and geographical index, and we have an index for both missing and for the unidentified. So you could actually go to the Doe Network and either look at, on the left-hand menu, you're either looking for missing persons or unidentified, and click into that, and through the menu options, you can go to a particular state or to a particular year in which a body was found or somebody has gone missing. And it's fairly easy. The Doe Network is geared toward both law enforcement and family members. Often enough, there's a huge gap in the way that they're put in there. It is good for law enforcement and for just normal people, so to speak, because law enforcement use our website because they're finding out things that are not entered into the FBI NCIC. The FBI NCIC keeps track of approximately 6,000 unidentified bodies that have been entered into it by law enforcement. Well, we know for a fact that there's 40 to 50,000 unidentified bodies. So obviously there's a huge gap between the bodies that have been entered and the bodies that are known about. So law enforcement can use this database. We don't have 40 or 50,000. We don't have 6,000. We just have a fraction. But we think we have the largest gathering on the planet of unidentified cases. And, we've harvested them from websites, people that maintain them, law enforcement that maintain the files. There were several people involved in it. There are people involved in the Doe Network because of missing family members. I myself was involved in it because I was involved in a positive ID. I think you read about the tent girl. You might have. I'm not sure. My father-in-law actually found a body of an unidentified, and it was listed as the first case solved using the internet, and that was in '98. So, of course, I was out there. I didn't know there was other people that were like-minded, and then we just sort of found each other eventually, and every time there's a news story or media exposure for the Doe Network, more people are here, and they all bring their own reasons for being here and their own particular thing that they add to it.